Hello, my name's Serenity, and this is a general reading for the collective. If it resonates with you, take what does, leave what doesn't. If it don't fit, don't force it, just relax and let it go. Wow. Somebody here is contemplating death and beyond death. They're having one of those wake up moments, rebirth, transformations, start asking questions to themselves. If this is all, if this is what it's all about, is there more to life than just this? And it's a yes. Como say? It's a yes. There is more to life than just this. Okay. Something could be taking place on the 17th of June. Okay. Mm, 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months for somebody. But somebody's contemplating. There is more beyond even what you're seeing. Okay. What you're experiencing. Somebody needs healing right now. This is the reason why I'm feeling drawn. I feel it pulling on my energy. Okay, we all in some shape or form need healing. Almost there. Somebody needs to love your body. Como say? Every part of you need to love. Okay, mind, body, and your spirit. Somebody needs to practice positivity right now because somebody's here is very negative and they need healing from that. And at the bottom, which is reverse, upside down. Come on, say. Listen to your intuition here. There's somebody I'm speaking to here, collected, that needs to speak into their intuition. Listen, explore your ancestry. Come on, say. um, I'm going to read to you first before. No, no, no. I'm hearing. Listen to your intuition first before I say anything else here. Somebody could be 20, somebody could be 23, somebody could be 21. I'm speaking to. Number could be specific for somebody. Could be born on the 21st, 23rd, or the 20th. Yeah, 21. You see, 20, 21, 23 here. Somebody. So let's I'm going to read to you. Listen to your intuition. It's trying to tell you something, collective. Okay. He's not going to let you down. Before you even read what he's saying, he's not going to let you down. He's trying to tell you something that you need to know. And some of you is ignoring it, I'm hearing. Okay. Alam mo como se. Yeah. I. I'm also hearing somebody's manipulating what they're hearing. No, that's not good. Como se? Karma's a bitch, and what goes around comes around. Do not use something good and try and turn it into something bad. That's what. Como se? Don't abuse it. Como se? And definitely don't play with it, especially on a spiritual level for somebody here. Como se? Listen to your intuition. Your intuition is constantly sending you messages. You're being asked to become aware of what your inner wisdom is trying to tell you about your health and your intimate as well as your well related relationships. There are particular aspects of your relationship that need attention and new approach. There are certain people and experiences that you have outgrown. Change is coming and you will need to make healthier choices. If you if you open the door to possibility, new people will appear in your life and they will be able to offer you a different perspective on how to live, love, and work. Your body is also trying to give you a message about your health. There are signs and symbols all around you. It's your job to learn how to decipher them. When you awaken your heart chakra correctly, your intuition can flourish and you'll know the difference between an illusion and a real spiritual perception. Now, como se? Somebody got a wake up call. Hi. Some of you was literally woke up out your sleep regarding this wake up call. Somebody needs to make healthier choices and they've been ignoring their intuition, like they know something's not right, but they're still staying in the situation or still allowing it to take place. And I'm hearing who knows better does better. And I'm also hearing forgive them because they don't know what they're doing. So it's because somebody's dealing with somebody who's not on that spiritual level. Okay? But you are. Your intuition's speaking to you right now. Because somebody's heart could be closed off. And the feel say that if it was a past closed off, they don't realize they still got it closed up until presently now. And they're blocking out any love or newness coming into their life. Because they need to let go, let God. There are various ways to develop your intuition. The most important areas to work on are opening your heart to love and developing a concentration and discernment. Because somebody's not concentrating, somebody's not focused, somebody's easily distracted. And that's why they're not actually tuning into their intuition and their discernment. Okay? It's trying to tell you something here, something's not right. Start by placing your hands on your heart. Slow down your breathing and imagine entering into the depths of your heart. Visualize an extremely wise teacher. Ask this teacher what wisdom they can offer you about your relationships. Then place your hands on the part of your body where you have challenges and ask, what thought would be stored here? What feelings would be here? What memory would reside here? Then work on changing your thinking, releasing blocked feelings and seeing new points of view. Because some of you, it's being trapped in your body. Some of you are experiencing ill health because you haven't let it go. Okay? Once you actually go through this and check yourself, then you can release it and let it go. You're going to see a difference in yourself. People will notice a difference in your appearance. You see the darkness around you, it's going to be lifted because I feel so. Somebody has sent some darkness towards you. You need to use your intuition. It's no joke. Okay, this is serious shit going on down here right now, especially when this full moon just come through. Okay, that's for somebody. And I think this is the overview of this reading is for you to listen to your intuition. Explore your ancestry roots as well. Go back, dig deep. There's something you also need to think and give praise and thankful to your ancestors because they've been watching you all these years when you were born. Como se? And somebody here, you need to love your body, okay? No matter what size you are, how it looks, love your body, okay? Create a new perception of your body. How do you feel about your body? Do you constantly critique it? Or do you listen to it and lovingly nourish and cherish it? Any conscious or unconsciously harboring feelings of self repulsion, rejection, frustration, anger, and guilt will start to weaken your various parts of your body. You're being asked to tune in and work on creating a healthier inner environment right now here. Okay. Like I said, somebody here is harboring unforgiveness. Okay. Bad feelings. Needs to listen to your intuition because your body's even trying to talk to you, try to tell you something. Okay. And it's beginning to hear to somebody speaking loud and clear. You are begin you are being asked to tune in and work on creating a healthier inner environment. Okay, what's going on the inside is now time to show on the outside. Okay, what if you could see your physical body as the most incredible, divine, perfectly designed part of you, a place that houses your soul? From that perspective, what food, drink, thoughts, feelings, even relationships would you entertain? When you let go of painful, traumatic experiences that have caused you to feel unsafe, start to create healthy boundaries and begin to understand more about your divine nature. Your body will become stronger, healthier, more beautiful. Okay? Because somebody here is self sabotaging themselves, self criticizing they're not good enough. Come on, say, come on, say, come on, say. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus Christ. Come on, say. Okay? You are good enough. This is good, say. This is what you need to realize. This is why you're somebody, if he's not criticizing yourself, somebody's been criticizing your body, saying you're not good enough. If you actually too thin, they tell you to put on weight. You put on weight, they tell you you're too fat. You know what I mean? Do not allow nobody to dictate who you are, how you look, and how you're supposed to think, feel, or be. Okay? Love yourself for who you are. It starts from the inside because then you'll know a difference between, excuse me, when somebody's even trying to even criticize you or put you down, you have to realize that they must be have to look around and think they must be talking to somebody else because they can't be talking to me because I know who I am. Okay, I don't allow people to. Oh yeah, who the frick's? Oh yeah, they have the bloody street. Who the frick? You know what I mean? One of those. Excuse me. You know who you are, Emperor, Empress, and you need to be setting boundaries for people to address you of who you are with respect, not disrespect. Okay. But remember as well, for those who are not getting that respect, is because first and foremost, you're not giving it to yourself. And what you fear is what you draw. People's going to tell you what you're actually thinking about yourself because that's what you're showing them. Okay. But when you show them that you're at a different level, they have to approach you at a different standard. You understand? They can't be speaking to you like you're some karmic. I rebuke that in Jesus' name. Come on, see. Okay? You know who you are, but yet someone's trying to go and say lower your standard because that's where they are. Come on, say. I'm feeling somebody here needs to release somebody for them to go over to where they're comfortable so that you can level up to who you need to meet because somebody here is unequally yoked. Come on, say. Actions that you might need to take here. This is somebody I'm specifically speaking to who's holding on to shit. Come on, say. Release that shit because secret brings sickness. I don't like secret. I don't like that shit. Probably that's why God just lets me flow. Maybe listen. I don't have a filters, okay, because I'm allowing it to flow. Because at the end of the day, when I try to go and control this shit, it fucks me up. I ain't doing that shit. I'm letting it flow, okay. Come on, say. Hey, well, somebody's holding on to painful, traumatic experiences, okay, that took place, could have even been in a childhood, okay? Somebody needs to make themselves feel safe because it could even be somebody around them that's triggering them, okay? And you need to kind of set some form of healthy boundaries. So the people are crossing it, stop this, or if it's like negative energy, sorry, but I can't hang around you no more. I can't deal with this toxic shit no more. Do you understand? I can't deal with the lies and the deception. Okay? I'm cleaning up my act, and somebody keeps walking inside the motherfucking house with the muddy boots. What you freaking think you're doing? What? Hey! Someone keeps knocking at somebody's door, and someone says, stop. don't come knocking at my door. And when the phone keeps ringing, ring, 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 let the phone stop. I don't want you calling me no more. Okay? Somebody might need to say that to somebody, or somebody's getting told that. Okay? Love your body. Action. Look at your body. Ask, what am I holding on to in terms of concepts, feelings, programs, and experiences which no longer serve me? What do I do that sabotages my health? Explore thoughts that you think, feelings that come from those thoughts, actions that come from those feelings. Take a pen and paper and write down some loving thoughts you can start to project to your body. Every time a negative thought or feeling arises, acknowledge it and then replace it with positive one. Linger on the positive for as long as possible. Okay. Sometimes somebody has made somebody feel like this, lower their self esteem, or they gave the power away and they was dealing with a narcissist and all the narcissists broke them down. Okay. Somebody could have eaten as skinny as a pole because it's eating them from the inside out, what they're not expressing on the outside. Como say? Somebody says comfort eating, okay, because that's the love they're holding on to, okay? They love food. Como say? Could be anything else. It could be a drink, a drugs, alcohol, whatever it is. Somebody is got some form of addiction or codependence because they're trying to cope with how they look. So some of you are anorexic, suffering with bulimia. Some of you, it's different because somebody is not feeling good enough. Okay, they're ignoring the intuition, what's trying to guide them. They're listening to the external people who are saying, deciding how you should look, how you should be, and it's having a negative effect on you, not on somebody. Mm, but somebody who's thinking very negative about themselves, self-hatred. Okay, telling themselves negative things that they're never good enough when they are. Now, this could be somebody who's only 21 going through this. Okay, so it's an age where you just suddenly turn into an adult, or seen as an adult. Okay, at the age of 21, you get the key for your own door and things like that. Um, Drinking, you can do things you couldn't do at 18. Hmm. Some people were doing it before then, so there's no difference. You know what I mean? But at the same time, now somebody needs to practice some positivity. Okay, because you certainly need to listen to your intuition. If it's trying to tell you something here, who feels it knows it. Practice positivity. Stop judging and start looking for the good right now because somebody's doing a lot of judging. They're judging themselves as well as externally right now. Okay. In time, it's time to focus on everything in your life that is positive. Okay. Now, come on now. I know I'm talking to somebody who's finding it very hard to focus on the positive. Okay. But it's like getting a small mirror first to go look at yourself one bit by bit until you start making the mirror bigger and bigger until you can look at your whole body and accept who you are, false and all, inside and outside. Okay, because nobody's perfect. Okay, you shouldn't be having to compete with nobody but yourself that you're better than you was yesterday. That's all you have to compete with, nobody else. Okay, that you're doing better every day. You might not be where you want to be, but you sure ain't where you used to be. Things are moving. Might not be at the pace you want it to go at, but it's still moving. Okay, there will be challenges in between, but it's remember you're responsible for yourself. You're not responsible for somebody else how they're going to react. You're only responsible how you're going to react to what they actually do. And some of you right now need time out from this because it's like, say, somebody could be bringing out the worst in you instead of the best in you. And you want to be positive and think positive and clear your mind because there's been too much toxicity around you. Como say? I'm going to say this again then. That's for somebody. It's time to focus on everything in your life that is positive. Positivity adjusts your point of views and allow you to see every situation through the lens of optimism. Part of the challenge that this card presents is to encourage you to cease any judgment or harsh behavior with others, and particularly with yourself. You're being asked to become vigilant, not only with what you say, but also with every thought. Each positive thought has the power to heal and uplift, whilst each negative thought can harm and drown you. You will find that you will find that as you practice positivity, you will attract more positive thoughts, people, and opportunities. You will also start to enjoy your life more, opening up the possibilities of activating your intuitive abilities and awakening your spiritual gift. Over time, no matter the challenge, you will be able to experience life with equanimity and an open heart. Now, action. Before I go to action, though, I'm going to go back to this is to encourage you to cease any judgment or harsh behavior with others and particularly with yourself. Okay? Don't project, como say, your issues onto somebody else. Como say. Don't allow somebody else to project their issues onto you. Como say. You know, when you are trying to fight for positive and you're trying to just think positive and you're trying to make things work out, the sign that you'll know you're with the wrong partner is, or friends or associates, is when they will do something to frig it up. Like they don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you all right. Okay? Maybe somebody's telling somebody too much of the business, or somebody's coming along to sabotage it for you. Do you understand? That's for somebody. I'm getting all these downloads now about somebody needs to use their intuition and discernment around people and things that no longer serve you because some people are right now are allowing other people's influence and they're soaking it up like a sponge. That's for somebody. Now, action. For the next month, start to become conscious of your words and your thoughts. Anytime you find yourself judging someone, give yourself the task of thinking of three positive things for every criticism. Whenever you walk down a busy street, watch passers by and find at least one positive thing about each person. At the end of the day, write down at least five positive things you have to be grateful for. And for a few minutes, concentrate on the warm feeling that this practice will awaken inside your heart. Because somebody right now, everything looks dark and dungeon. They got nothing good. I don't want to talk. I bloody well talk, mate. Believe you me. That just makes me want to talk even more so. But I will get a drink of water just in case. Sorry about that, collective. Sometimes you have to listen to the spirit to say, yeah, get some water. I think you need some water. Yeah, I've been talking for a while. And sometimes you think it's the enemy's trying to stop me from speaking. But then you have to use your discernment and your intuition to see, test the spirit who's talking to you. Mm-mm. Not every voice that you're listening to is coming from God. Right, so practice some positivity right now because someone's being very negative. Or they're dealing with somebody who's being very negative. Somebody's definitely self sabotaging right now and they need healing from that. You're making yourself sick right now. Okay. Hmm. Let's see what lies beneath this here for the collective. Your intuition could be telling you that somebody's got a fierce temper here and has too many anger issues, dark moods, and can be quite abusive. Hey, somebody is seeing somebody here that mirrored them, because this person is reflecting your own issues, like attracts like. Okay, what's in them is in you, and what's in you is in them. Especially if you're dealing with a twin flame. Okay, somebody's not taking care of themselves or their body. Okay, not looking after themselves. They are mind, body, and spirit, but somebody here is forgetting their body and it's trying to talk to them. Somebody's being devilish here. Okay, it seems like trouble follows them around, very tempting. They've got an addictive charm. Okay, but this is somebody here who uses their body. Como se? Now somebody's closed off. They're not emotionally available. They're distracted because they've been hurt in the past. So somebody here, when I say that could have had taken place in the past, taking place now is yet to come, but somebody could be using their body, and that's a form of abuse. Okay, and it's because you don't love yourself. So you're allowing people to take advantage, and you feel that the only thing you can offer them is your body. Because somebody is closed off. You're not emotionally available, you're distracted because you've been hurt in the past. Somebody could have took it by force in the past. And now, oh gosh, but I don't want to speak. This is somebody here who could have intimidated you in the past. Could have been in an abusive relationship. Somebody made you feel that you're not good enough. Made you think that everything's your fault. Somebody's crumbling here because what you built feels like it's falling apart, but it's okay because you're gonna have the strength to build a new here. Because something was toxic. This was a destructive relationship. There was definitely manipulation and gaslighting. They could have been doing it to each other. It seems like somebody was in a toxic relationship here, dealing with a joker. It was all just a game to them. It was very insincere. It was just having fun. But I'm hearing somebody say, "What joke to you is that to me?" Because at the bottom, you do have demanding. Somebody had some unrealistic expectation, though. Somebody was high maintenance. Somebody was dealing with a diva. Somebody was dealing with somebody that could have been quite mechanical, just going through the motions, checked out, a routine. And they met upon somebody now that wants to start over and moving on. Because somebody was a sneaky snake. They're going behind your back, being very deceitful. Okay. Checking up on you, trying to record you, video calling you, screen screenshotting your phone when you leave. This is somebody you thought that you could trust. Use your intuition. Practice positivity. Because someone is trying to get an exit plan here. Someone wants out, but they aren't making a move right now. So be prepared. It's going to be a sudden change. Okay? Either you're going to leave them or they're going to leave you because somebody here is facing it. You know something isn't right. And don't be afraid to find out what the truth is. It will set you free right now here, collective. Okay? Use your intuition. You're dealing with somebody who's got a fierce temper, has too many anger issues here. Because you're dealing with somebody here, or they could have been accusing you of having a fierce temper because you're dealing with somebody here who just seen you as another notch in the headboard or the real deal. Actions speak the loudest because somebody was being two-faced. They were playing with your emotions. It wasn't sincere, okay? And it wasn't who you thought they were. It was a user, okay? Tell me one thing about this fierce temper here for the collective. Yeah, somebody here is going to be coming across as self-righteous, act spiritually superior, condescending and preachy, but somebody's going to be crushed. It seems like you're hurting emotionally right now. You need time to heal before you jump in again. Somebody does, because your intuition was telling you that somebody wasn't who they were making out to be. You was dealing with a show off. Somebody needs to prove themselves because they're insecure. This is the exhibitionist, okay? This is the people pleaser. This, como se. Okay. Tell me more about this situation here, because this devilish joker who's trying to find some exit plan, or someone's trying to find an exit plan from this person, because you're facing it now. Yeah, that somebody was wearing a mask, hiding their true feelings, pretending and deluding, gaslighting you. Hmm. This is somebody here who is now the chaser. Somebody's fearing abandonment or chasing, or somebody's got some form of codependency here. Okay. Because somebody here was engaged to this person or in a higher commitment in this partnership. Okay. Somebody at this moment, though, because it was hiding their true feelings, messing about, being immature, gaslighting, something right now is coming to an end. Somebody could be starting a new beginning after a tragic ending. Now somebody's looking at your pictures, missing you, being nostalgic. But someone's going to be making new memories because at the bottom, there is abundance. Somebody's changing now to a positive mindset now. Okay. And blessings are going to come your way after this breakup, because somebody here was outdated thinking here. Somebody was replaying events over and over in their head because somebody took a risk and they lost out. Somebody did, because now they're crushed. Okay. Yeah. This is somebody that's interested in you, blooming romance. So this is somebody now who wants to date. Okay, wants to get back out there. Okay. Yeah, because there's abundance there waiting for you now. Yeah, because somebody did backstab you here. Somebody is going through heartbreak and pain through a separation or loss, though there has been deception, lies, and it was a shocking attack for some of you. But we was dealing with somebody who feared intimacy. It was running away. But it's time for you to let go and let God, because this person wasn't for you. Any other message here for the collective that I need to know? Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. Let's see what light they for this mask that was hiding their true feelings. Somebody was trying to keep a promise though, okay? But it was just putting on a show, pretending everything's alright when it wasn't. This is somebody here who, like I said, was trying to keep a promise here, could have been in the past, okay? That's pretend everything's okay. That's something they could agree to. But subconsciously, the person knows they're fucked up. They got caught. Somebody was finding evidence. Someone got caught cheating. They got caught. having tantric sex for some of you. Yeah, some of you are watching the shit go down and just enjoying the gossip because these fake friends who are haters, frenemies, the game's going to be over, okay? Because the situation's about to explode. Shit's about to pop up in flames soon because somebody was getting played. There was definitely manipulation, lies. Somebody here was a control freak, and some of you is now you're tired of the drama, okay? Because somebody here was refusing to change. Let's see what other message here for the collective. Do you need to know? Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. Yeah, someone's gonna get caught cheating, lying, be deceptive. hmm Having tantric sex. That's for somebody. Yeah, that's watching the shit go down. Because what's in the dark is definitely gonna be coming to the light. And you knew this, and you're facing the truth. Okay? Someone's definitely going through a transformation. People are walking away from people and things that no longer serve them because somebody here is going to get left out in the cold. Any other message here for the collective regarding the situation here? Because right now, though, collective, the person that got caught could have been a third party. There is a jealous fire sign here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This would indicate a woman over 30, cool, frosty demure, classically attractive but aloof, plays games with men's feelings. This person will be unfaithful. They're naturally thin and attractive without effort. They're self absorbed and selfish. Not interested in career advancement, this person. This person works because she has to. She can be very controlling, manipulative, and very vindictive. This is somebody that's been betrayed. Okay, this could have been somebody who's partying with strong Aries. Okay, so with a third party here. Okay, there's a jealous third party here right now. Here, collective. Okay, or could have been in the past. But somebody here is healing from this. It could have been you that was out of control and jealous in the past, but now you're healing from this. Some of you are dealing with an Aquarius. Some of you, you're now wishing to have a relationship with a soulmate. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. There could be some action, passionate action. Somebody could be moving towards taking some action towards in a relationship here. Somebody's definitely was dangerous, out of control, off balance here. There's definitely been some scandal that somebody's moving away from. Could have been some loss of innocence now. Somebody is no longer the same. Somebody was abused. Okay? You're growing up, you have to grow up quickly. Mm. But this is not for people who are weak or cautious here. Somebody is staying on a self destructive path, even though you know that it's clearly not the wrong thing to do. Somebody's causing their own pain here. Somebody's going to be moving on from them. Could be me yourself to another relationship because somebody is prepared to stay in this dark way of living or not changing, not going through major change. Somebody here, some of you, somebody's going to be moving quickly though with the Eight of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This could have been somebody that was putting on a show. It seems like you're at a major crossroad though in your life where you must take action. Okay. To resolve some form of event that could be taking place. Somebody needs to move quickly. They're going to miss out on an opportunity here because they're being too devilish, too immature. Okay. It's a good time for somebody though to get to clarify your goals, set new priorities right now. Because some situations are coming to some form of resolution. But you need to be lookout for some important news, some information that's going to be coming quickly towards you. And it's to do with this deception of somebody. I don't want to speak. No, 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 come on now. Excuse me. Mm-mm. I rebuke you in Jesus' name, send it back to sender. Como say? No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Como say? There's going to be some news that's going to. Sorry about this. Yeah, there was some news that's going to be coming in quickly, and you're going to have to take some quick action on this. Some of you, somebody could be trying to get away with some form of holiday romance, or get away on a holiday, or just take off. Someone's trying to sneak away off here. Okay, for somebody though, it has to do with some form of travel, holiday, or holiday romance. Whatever you turn your hands to at the moment will take off here, collective. You'll be feeling positive for somebody here. For some of you, though, if you are in a relationship, it could indicate progress, but somebody was sneaky before, lying, cheating. There was some form of infatuation. Somebody here you might even have had to block. Okay. Somebody feels like there's some unfinished business going on here why they want to interact with you right now. This could have took place when he came back from holiday, or for some of you, this could have taken place where he was on holiday. Hmm. Somebody could even be cancelling a travel here. That's for somebody. It seems like a late start, bad timing. Somebody lose momentum here, okay, regarding going on holiday because someone has got caught cheating here. Hmm. Como say? It could have been somebody who's going to go on holiday with. But for somebody, though, whatever you kind of turn your hand to at the moment, it probably won't work out. Mm, especially the way you want it to. You may be feeling negative or a lack of energy. Like I said, somebody's feeling very negative right now, and you seem to be self sabotaging a situation. But somebody is also very impatient, very impulsive. Somebody here could have panicked, or somebody was out of control here. It also represents, though, somebody you could be dealing with that could dislike, or there could be a lack of passion between you and this person. But someone's also being very grounded regarding this deception here. Things ain't moving forward, and if they are, it's very slow in this relationship. And some of you are giving up now. You lost the momentum of it. You know what I mean? Whether the relationship is new or been together for years, here, the person I'm speaking to, somebody's lacking energy or excitement or sex or passion in this situation here. And because that somebody's being sneaking, lying, and cheating, and it's become a burden. There's somebody here around you can't be trusted because they've got a third party here going on. Somebody's walking away. Okay. It could be a baby mother for some of you that someone's been returning back to. Okay. Well, this 7 of Swords here showing up like this, though. It is letting you know there's definitely been some form of deception around you. Okay, someone was trying to be underhanded. Somebody here was trying to get away with something here behind your back here, or using some form of mental manipulation. But it's also speaking to you here regarding somebody here who was an enemy, who was masquerading as a friend around you here, collective. Mm, somebody here could have took some risky behavior. It was very daring. The father had the courage of staying ahead of the game in this situation, but the Seven of Swords, this kind of represents flexibility, adaptability, sharp wit, resourcefulness. Someone was being very strategic here, being overly rational here, okay? Somebody definitely around you has some underhanded behavior here, okay? This could have been a thief around you, somebody could have been burgled, somebody was even could have been in a situation where fraud was committed, or somebody was dodgy. There's definitely some dodgy deals. But some of you, somebody was lacking conscience here because they wasn't using their intuition here. Mm, someone's trying to get away with something, or somebody here in this relationship, if it's not somebody who's trying to get away with some form of fraud, some of you could be getting some news regarding this. There's definitely been some deception and betrayal around you. Like I said, somebody got caught. Okay. There's definitely been infidelity in this relationship. Mm, somebody's not being honest about their feelings here and might be trying to manipulate the other rather than being honest and upfront about what they really want. So somebody here is wearing a mask. There's definitely a third party trying to stir up trouble in your relationship. And if you are single, the Seven of Swords does indicate that you may meet someone who's deceitful and manipulative. So be careful, okay? Just be careful out there. At the same time, it does tell you, though, if you want a genuine loving relationship here, collective, you need to resist the urge to play games with your potential partner. And definitely stay clear of people who play games with you, okay? You may be relying on your sharp wit and cunning to stay ahead of the game when it comes to dating, or you may be over rationalizing your attitude to romance. But gameplay, it may keep your partner interested at the beginning, but at some stage, when you build up some kind of trust in them, you really just have to drop the act here because you need to be yourself and allow yourself to be vulnerable with another person because somebody here took the piss. Okay? Somebody here, come back out again, has been deceptive and unfaithful within a committed relationship, could have been 10 years or more, and someone got caught. Hmm. Some of you were definitely using your intuition. You are the high priestess. Some of you were dealing with a Pisces. But somebody, intuition was letting you know somebody was lying. Someone knew they had to cut somebody off because somebody was cheating. Mm. And there's going to be no second chance because someone's going to go through karma. There's definitely anger, revenge. Someone is trying to get even with you here. You seem to be losing out material possessions here. There could be a lawsuit regarding somebody's salary. Mm. This person didn't take the moral path. Somebody could be getting a reputation here of being underhanded and undependable. But somebody also needs to recognize your own part in your own failure as well here and accept responsibility for your errors. Because somebody seems to have an inability to compromise. And this is kind of creating some kind of conflict. Mm. This could even be a man over 40 who's very stubborn, hurts others' feelings without thinking. This person puts his own needs first. This person also changes job frequently. They're not successful, okay, but they also have erratic mood swings and causes conflict in the relationship. And then when they cause conflict, they blame others for reason why the relationship ended. This person overacts to the slightest provocation here because they're carrying some repressed anger, okay? Some of you, it's a baby mama that you're dealing with, or mother figure, but some of you, it's somebody from your past, okay, that's wanting to return, that you had conflict with, okay, absent baby father, or it could even be a growing ass child, okay, that was very toxic, okay, that you was having conflict with. But for some of you right now, it could even be somebody you was working with, that you was having some form of down low with. But for somebody here though, somebody was married or in a committed relationship, could have been 10 years or more. Mm, for some of you, though, somebody's going to get some news that's going to come in quickly, and it could be regarding somebody here who could be traveling. Wow. Two children, somebody young. Somebody definitely needs to use their intuition here because somebody here is definitely manifesting or manipulating a situation here because somebody definitely needs to go within. Somebody's going to be setting themselves free here, wants to go within because they're going to get enlightenment regarding the situation. Okay, it could be getting enlightenment that somebody was already in a committed relationship. For some of you right now, though, somebody is going to be cutting somebody off because somebody took too long to come forward. Okay, somebody was procrastinating, making excuses all the time, the reason why they couldn't commit, and somebody is definitely moving on to calmer waters because at the bottom, somebody was dealing with somebody here who was an absent baby father. This is somebody who was a bit of a control freak, okay? The lack maturity. This is somebody here who was a bit of could come across quite domineering, okay? Because this emperor here, when the reverse like this, it seems like you're dealing with somebody here who's feeling shame, could have lost a job because it was out of control, okay? Or they was dealing, somebody was dealing with an abusive partner here, okay, that you had to move on from. Some of you, it was a marriage or a relationship you was with for 10 years or more, okay? Some of you, it was a stable, committed relationship. Some of you, it was somebody in your family that you had to set yourself free from and move from because it was becoming so toxic. But you had to face the truth, okay? For somebody, though, this emperor here who's showing up reversed like this is letting you know that somebody was excessively controlling, okay? Very stubborn. Somebody could even be this emperor here reversed, could be going through some paternity issues. But this is the absent father here, okay? This is somebody here who may be abusing their power or being too authoritarian and leaving you feeling powerless or rebellious about this. Could be, like I said, some of you could be having an argument with a father figure here that's never around really, but now they want to tell you what to do, or an absent partner or husband or mate who wants to control you that you have to move away from. Okay. There's a father figure here though who let you down or who abandoned you when you was young. And if you're not representing a person in your life, it can indicate that you're letting your heart overrule your head too much and you need to balance your mind with your emotions right now here, collective. Somebody may be lacking self-control and need to get more structure in their life because this emperor reverse can represent paternity issues or question over if the child's mine. Daddy's not the daddy, but the daddy, though. No, somebody's definitely cutting somebody off now. Okay, somebody who took their time of procrastinating coming forward. Somebody seems to have made the decision for it and faced the reasons why somebody was procrastinating all this time. Okay, was because this absent baby father here, there was definitely some imbalance of power in the relationship, which was causing conflict and unhappiness here. One partner may be controlling the other here, or being very possessive, stubborn, or very overbearing. Mm, this type of behavior here, collective, will lead to other partners feeling trapped here, because the Emperor reverse shows that there needs to be balance between wanting structure in your relationships and being a bit of a control freak. Somebody might need to learn to compromise, okay? Because somebody's going to end up moving on and leaving if you don't control yourself and stop being a bit of a control freak, okay? Stop stalking or having distrust in the relationship. But it also can indicate a lack of commitment here. Somebody seems to be flitting from one partner to another, and a lack of monogamy is taking place here. This man could have kids all over the place. Mm, that's for somebody. And somebody could have had quite a few kids within a committed relationship because it was being very devilish. Come on, sir, that's for somebody. But somebody's definitely going to be setting themselves free here, especially with the Eight of Swords here showing up reversed like this. Okay, somebody's trying to escape. They want the freedom. Okay, somebody here is healing as they move along here. Could want to overcome some obstacles that was in the way. Somebody could even be getting released from prison. Could be a Virgo, Aquarius, Gemini, Aries, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But somebody's getting released here from prison here. Okay. This could be in the family, right? It's the end of their punishment now. They're being released, they've done the time for the crime. Okay. But somebody could be experiencing some form of paralysis or feeling some form of oppression in their life. Okay. And they want to set themselves free from this. But for somebody here, it does signify relieving pressure or relieving anxiety and facing fears and truth. Okay, because somebody needs to be facing it here. Okay, but somebody's is in some form of self belief. Somebody is ignoring criticism. You're standing up to abuse, and you're taking back control of your life. Some of you are feeling a bit more clear minded now. Okay, now that you know where you're going, you face the truth. Okay, you're ready for healing now. You're ready to ask for help and overcome your obstacles now. Okay. Some of you could have been, you took a prison, that you went to prison and come out now that you want to turn your life around. Took that experience for somebody here. Mm, but somebody was under some extreme oppression though. But you need to, somebody was surrendering to this pressure, okay? And was being paralyzed by fear or severe depression here that they need to set themselves free. Like I said, somebody here did not love themselves at all, okay? And it could have been because somebody here could have mentally, physically abused this person, okay? Or somebody feels that they've gone through a traumatic experience, okay? And they were still holding on to it. For some of you, it was a absent baby father here or absent husband. But for somebody here, though, this Eight of Swords reverse, it's about releasing your fears or anxiety regarding your relationship and overcoming some form of obstacle, okay? If you have been experiencing anxiety about this relationship here, the person I'm speaking to, if you've been unhappy or in abusive relationship. The flip side here, when this Eight of Swords is reversed, is that it can indicate severe depression or oppression, and as such, it can also indicate severe depression will have a negative effect on your relationship. And if you are in an abusive relationship, like I said, that your partner's controlling behavior will escalate to extremes here. So pre-warned is pre-armed. That's why some of you are moving on. Okay, you've seen the sign, the red flags. It already showed you that when they get triggered, how they react. Somebody could have put their hand on somebody. They might not physically have abused, but it was their intentions, but they managed to control them. So, but you've seen it, okay? You've seen it. Mm. Or it could already taken place already that someone's already in an abusive relationship and it's making you depressed, okay? This partner is very controlling. And for those who are single, though, and you're not married or in a committed relationship, or this could be going on with somebody in the family, okay? You may have to let go of your fear or anxiety that has been holding you back from finding love. That's for somebody. Mm, well, somebody here could be having anxiety around dating, and it's kind of reached to such an extreme that it's paralyzing when it comes to finding a partner for somebody here after dealing with an abusive ex-husband or partner or father figure here. But somebody needs to look to you moving on, letting go, setting yourself free from the situation, facing it, seeing it for what it actually is, facing your fear, telling the truth and shaming the devil because you know something isn't right. Okay, that's why you're cutting it off because you know. That's why you're moving on. Okay, somebody could be going to judgment in a lawsuit. Somebody's in an unwanted marriage or received some unwanted marriage proposal that you're now escaping from. Somebody is unable to deal with the day-to-day problems right now. Okay, this could be the aftermath of the problems after you start facing things and have to cut somebody off and finding out somebody was cheating on you. Okay. Mm, but for some of you right now, though, some of you could be recovering from or overcoming some mental health and anxiety disorder such as PTSD. Okay. Some of you is agoraphobia. Some of you is depression or panic attacks somebody could be was experiencing. But you're going to be setting yourself free and moving on from here. Okay. But it does could be a Virgo setting them free from this who was experiencing some form of depression or feeling suicidal. Remember, there is always a better solution here, okay? Somebody needs to hear this. Somebody might need to talk to a mental health professional or confide in a family and friends. You can't come through this, so don't give up, okay? When you get to the point where you need to set yourself free, though, from some form of control freak or an abusive relationship, move on, okay? Some of you will be cutting somebody off, okay? There could have been a third party influence here why this cheating was taking place now that somebody's moving on. Mm, because this Six of Swords here, somebody needs to move on to calmer waters. Okay? You're going through healing. You're moving forward right now. Some of you could be traveling overseas for some of you. But in general, though, this Six of Swords does speak of progress. Okay? You're moving to calmer waters, moving on, moving forward. You're letting go, letting God. Okay? You're leaving these people behind or a husband It was absent baby fathers for some of you. Some of you, it was a marriage. Some of you, it's somebody in your family that you're moving on from. Okay. Mm. But for somebody though, you're overcoming hardship, healing, relief, stability. So you can expect problems in your life to settle down once you move on and things to become more easier to deal with because you might not be where you want to be, collective, but you're sure than where you used to be. You're going to be moving on. Okay. Some of you will be traveling overseas, going on holiday. But it can also signify a feeling of lethargic and deflated after coming through a tough time, or it's like the calm after the storm. Okay. But it's also telling you to use your intuition right now and your discernment. I'm still telling you, keep using it as you're moving forward here because for somebody here, if you are in a relationship, the Six of Swords indicates that your relationship is moving into calmer waters after a difficult period. Okay. Some of you are moving on after finding out that somebody was cheating after cutting them off. Okay. Mm. Some of you's got a healing, are healing at the moment, or you got a healing ability. But this also speaks about stability and open communication as well, are all coming towards you as well now. And it's a positive time where the relationship can progress. Okay. Some of you are moving forward to a better relationship than what you're coming out from. Because you're going through a period of healing. You have come through the heartache of the previous relationship and now you're ready to move forward. But if you put a lot of effort into making your last relationship work to no avail here, collective, you may be feeling slightly deflated, but do not allow yourself to hold on to that negativity. You have come through the bad times and now you can allow a healthy relationship to come into your life. And if your previous partner was abusive, it would usually signify a period of healing after you've found the strength to leave the situation. That's for somebody, okay? Because nobody needs to stay in a relationship that is somebody here who's being very abusive towards you physically or verbally, okay? Or being unfaithful to you. Yeah, somebody's shattered here. Broken, experiencing nightmares. There's been a failure because somebody here in the past was looking at possibilities. Follow your dreams, make up your mind, and believe in yourself because there is intimacy, there is mutual respect, there is unity and closeness you had with somebody else. Subconsciously, that's what you want. But there's also nightlife. Somebody could be visiting striptease, somebody could have gambled or took a trip to Vegas. This is somebody who was two-faced, double life cheater. This person backstabbed you here. Okay, this absent baby father or ex-husband or this person had family, blood ties. They had their own inner circle. But there's going to be consequences because somebody made a bad choices here. The game's over because somebody was sending mixed signals. Now somebody's exhausted, burnt out, burdened, feeling empty. Somebody might want to apology, but they're arrogant. They got rash action and they're being insincere, so it's not even real apology that they were coming to. It's just that they got caught. Okay, Johnny, sorry they got caught. That's what it is. Let's see what other message here from the collective before I wrap up this reading. Yeah, guidance, faith, healing. Use your intuition. Some of you are getting the message for your dreams. And some of you in the past, there definitely was some form of temptation. Somebody was always busy. They kept you waiting in the past. But now, subconsciously, you know somebody's hurting. They're crying, they're going depressed, they're going through pain and sorrow. Because they had a love affair. Secrecy. It was on the down low. Third party hooking up STD. Somebody now is going to receive a message because somebody's feeling guilty. They want to apologize, they're remorseful, they're ashamed of what they did. It's because now they hit rock bottom. They're going through karma, jail, legal issues. Their life is going to be falling apart. Okay? This is because somebody here who you're no longer in contact with. You could have blocked, given them the silent treatment. You cut off all communication with this person now. So they're going through karma, okay? Somebody hurt somebody that didn't do them no harm, okay? Somebody decided to put other people before somebody who was generally there for them in the family, okay? Doesn't have to be a relationship, it could have been brother, sister, whoever, mother. But somebody here, though, wants a reconciliation, okay? Wants to come back into the family fold after getting caught cheating, okay? But it's going to be up to you. Let's see what all the message here for the collective. If this resonates with you, collective, please like, share, subscribe. Let's see what the message come out for the collective regarding somebody here who's got a family. Yeah, they're saying they're sorry. They want to apologize now. But this karmic relationship, it was toxic. This family, some of you, it was a karmic relationship in the family that was toxic. For some of you, this person has addictions. They've got unhealthy attachments here. Okay? This was a shapeshifter. It was mimicking everything you do. If you wear something, they want to look at a boy or girl, they want to go and say, follow the same image as you. If you've got something in your house, you're going to find that they want to buy the same thing in their house. If you have a certain hair, they want to. Somebody's mimicking here. This is somebody that you're giving the silent treatment to, no contact. Okay? Even though at one point there was love, there was a strong affection you had with this person, but this person was a snake. Okay, everything wasn't what it looks like on the surface. Okay, you was dealing with somebody who was walking in fear, not faith. Okay, but it wasn't faith meaning that you needed this person. Okay, you could even met this person at a party. He was having fun. Okay, but what you didn't realize was the turmoil that was coming ahead of you here. Okay, it was like the calm before the storm with this person. You must say one minute things were okay, next minute they weren't. Mm. As for somebody. If this resonates with you, collective, please like, share, subscribe. I send you love and light. Namaste.